Hey guys, happy Friday to you all. I am so excited it's Friday. I've had a crazy couple weeks at work and I am just so thankful Friday has arrived and just looking forward to a break. And I wanted to show you guys, of course, where I'm at with the number of my customs I've been working. And I also got some stuff in the mail. So yeah, Mr. Bob had asked for a couple things. Let's start with this 2021 Ryan Blaney Advanced Same Day number 12 Mustang. So this decal set came from Mr. Pato, silk ink, and I had the black background removed, and yeah, here it is. All in all, I'm pretty happy, and I'm noticing, and maybe I'll do a separate video on this, maybe not, but the difference between his laser sharp decals and his silk ink decals. So I'll just point out a couple differences here. First of all, I think these decals, and again, these are the silk ink decals. These I think are thicker, and they are kind of have a more bold finish to them, and appearance. I think they are pretty sharp, to be honest with you. Even though the laser sharp decals have that in their name, but the laser sharp decals, they're thinner. So that's the difference, right? Thicker and thinner. And where that comes into play is when using the microsole. The microsole more quickly affects the laser sharp decals. And there, once you brush it on, not very much long, just a few seconds, even maybe 15, 20 seconds. And they're ready to be, they're soft enough to conform and to get into shape, right? These that are silk ink, it takes a little bit longer, almost a minute, I would say, maybe even a couple minutes. And I say that because I was working this piece here, right? This piece that comes over here and then goes up over this little fender where it's a curved piece. And I put the microsole on. And it just took a little bit because, again, the decals are thicker. It takes a little bit for that microsole to get in, soften it up, and then it will press into shape. So you have to have a little bit more patience when you're working with the silk ink decals over a curved surface. When you're putting, put the 12 on, this decal, this decal, this decal, over a flat, nice surface, it just goes on really nice and it's ready to go. You don't need any microsole, right? But when you're doing over these corners and you're fitting in pieces here that have a curved edge and you got to put the microsole on, you just need to work a little bit, have a little bit more patience, and then that's it. Yeah. So pretty happy with how this turned out. And Bob, hope you like it. I only have, I think, one coat of clear sealer on this, so it's in the process of being sealed, but that's where it's at. And probably be ready to ship that out to you on Monday. You asked for this snow derby, Chase Elliott, and you sent me the donor car and got that all done. And so again, I'm in the process of sealing this up, and because and I got to paint the spoiler black, but because this is primarily a white car, I've got one coat of sealer on. I'm going to put another coat on, and then I'm going to do the X22, probably a coat or two of this, because I think multiple, like 4 or 5 coats of the clear sealer, the Pledge Floor Care, over a white car, I think kind of yellows it. And so I want to use the X22 on my white cars. But this came out, I mean, I want to say it's relatively easy, but it is relatively straightforward with the decal set that I got. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Snowball Derby banner on the windshield, which is kind of a bummer, but all in all, is a relatively straightforward car to make. Whenever you're doing these white ones, though, and I've said this before, and you're sealing it, you gotta, I've got to have my thick glasses on, so that when I'm looking at it, I try to catch the little fuzzies that inevitably get stuck in in the finish. So always on the lookout for those, especially on these white cars, because it shows up so prominently. You'll probably never see it on that black one unless it's over a yellow area. But the little fuzzies, I see a little one right there, will show up. So, but yeah, Bob, those are your two, and like I said, should have them ready to go come Monday. Let me pan over here real quick. Alec, I've got your 5 Chase Briscoe cars done. In the process of sealing these 2. Those 3 are done back there. And yeah, I've got yours still here, Travis. We'll be shipping those out here shortly to you with the truck. But yeah, this turned out really well. You saw me decaling this in the last video. The sides, real sharp. Just, again, these are the laser sharp decals. Real sharp, real easy to work with. I did have to trim a little bit back here around this fuel tank because this is all one integrated decal coming across here. And when I laid it in place, the fuel door actually extended beyond here. So I had to quick trim that, cut that out, and then put it back in place over top of what was there. So sometimes you just have to watch that. It also went up over a little bit of this this design went up over my B-pillar, and that's just a lesson learned. Sometimes you can put the B-pillars in at the beginning, and sometimes you need to wait till it's all done, and I should have waited. As you can see, the one thing I need to do on this front is I need to take care of this black across here and fill that in. I should have done that before I put the decal in place, but be that as it may, shouldn't be a problem. This is how this Rush Truck Center's turned out. You can see a little bit of the crinkling on the flaking of the decal on the grill here. I think I got it as best as I could get it. Unfortunately, like I said, you've got some spots there, but yeah, that's about as best as I can do with this decal set. Let's see, what else has been taking place? I've got this truck that I'm going to put up on eBay. Pretty much done. I think I may go across the nose one more time with this fluorescent green. But this is, I thought it was actually a driven truck, but I cannot see that Kyle actually drove this on the track. I think it's a fantasy truck. Because whenever I see this 54 Monster, it's an Xfinity. You guys tell me if I'm off there. But this is something that turned out really sweet. Real happy with. The spoiler was a pain. I pre-painted the spoiler green across these edges and then put the decals in place, and real happy with how that turned out. So, if you're a Kyle Busch fan interested in this truck, you'll see that up on eBay here in the next couple days. Stefan, I've got 2 of your 4 done. This is number 2. So this is another laser sharp decal set. Turned out really well. Maybe the spacing isn't the best. You can see kind of the dog's head's kind of clipped off there, but it doesn't reach up and touch here. You'll see that from time to time on some of those larger wrap decals. But really cool. Gotta love these pedigree Kyle Busch cars. They're just really cute with the dogs and all that. And then let's see, William, I've got a couple started, or at least on the table for you. Gonna put this one up on eBay when I get this one done. That's Brandon Brown's car. Stefan, these are your 2. Mr. Simon, we'll get started on yours here real soon. Gonna paint that blue for you. I'll show you how that goes. And then, let's see, then I have this one for Zach to do, this Tyler Reddick one. This is what I got in the mail, guys. Here's a 1995 Ford Thunderbird. So Joey, I'll turn this into your Dale Earnhardt Jr. number 3, not 43, but number 3 Ford Thunderbird that he drove for Richard Petty. And so I picked that up, and it was a joint auction with this other car. This is a, I think is it a Chevy? Well, let's see. It's kind of thrown in with the eBay auction that I won. You can see that's how I open it. You can see somebody's been opening it not that way, and it rips. So it is what it is. Can't really do much about that. So what is this? Oh wow, look at that. So one of the first things I noticed, and this, come on, this is interesting. This doesn't have any markings on those tires. So I think it's like a Ford Taurus. That's what that is. It looks like a Taurus logo. What's it say? Made in China, of course. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's got screws on the bottom. Let's open this up. I just got this today, so I'm curious as to what this looks like. And I didn't really have any specific plan for this because I didn't know what it was. Let's see. We'll see this together. Ooh. Okay. That's all. Okay, got plastic tires there. That's interesting. Well, I don't want to bend that out too much, because I'm sure that'll crack off. If this is what year is this? 2001 Duralube Corp. So it just says 164 scale car, SR3. And it doesn't say Ford or anything, it just says made in China, 2001 Duralube Corp. Interesting. But yeah, so this is coming up on 20 years old. I shouldn't say 20. Yeah, over 20 years old. So sometimes when you go to bend stuff, that even though it's supposed to be bent, because the plastic is so old, you'll snap it. So I don't want to do that. It's an interesting underneath. I don't see that too often. That's hilarious. Look, this just fell out. Yeah, that's a Taurus. It's a Taurus window. Yep. It's a weird nose right there. There's that indentation there. But okay. We'll use that for something. I'm not sure what yet. But I can use these tires because I think... Who was it? Let's see. I got this list of all these. Yeah, Joey. So maybe what I can do is put these tires on this car for you, because you had told me to black out the tires, because I think it says Hoosier on them. And so what I'll do is I'll use these that don't have any marking on them on your Ford Thunderbird. So yeah, that'll work. That's a blessing, because I was just going to paint over the Goodyear Eagle, but this will make it look a little bit better. I'll have to check and see if I have any Hoosier decals. I don't think I do. I'll have to check. I may. I just may. The other thing that I got in the mail was this. This is a 1995 Dale Jarrett Oh, it's the same one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same one. I didn't realize this. This is a Racing Champions. It's Racing Champions. It's a different package. Are you kidding me? Display stand? And I get the chromium card. I'll save that for you, Billy. Yeah. So I don't need this packaging. Some people are all concerned about the packaging. I'm not concerned about the packaging. Yeah, don't need that. There you go. Look at that. That's cool. Oh, okay, so it's just wedged in here. Wedged in the back there. So this makes me think of a couple things, guys. I sold a car recently, sent it to the customer on eBay, and he came back to me and he said, hey, it would be really cool if you did a certificate of authenticity. And I signed it, and I sold that with the custom. So I'm thinking about that, on how I would do that, and exactly what that would look like. But anyways, that is something that I'm considering. And this little stand is kind of cool because it's got like a little card, and I could do a certificate of authenticity and kind of slide it in here. But I'm looking at this. Good Lord, this is glued. These tires are glued onto this base. That stinks. I'm sure I can get them off, but you can see it's glued on the back here. That may be a problem. Because oh wow, even after 1995, 25 years plus, it's still stuck on there pretty good. I may have to and those are rubber tires. I may have to sacrifice them. Oh no. Actually, you know what? I might be able to drill these rivets out because they extend a little bit beyond the box here. Try not to nick it. And then remove the car that way and just leave it all attached and then put it back on when I'm done. Because I don't think the metal body is attached. No. The metal body's not attached to this. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm walking you through on this video because I've never messed with one of these before. So we'll have to look at that. But this will be turned into. I got 2 Thunderbirds now to turn them into that Dale Earnhardt Jr. Ford. Isn't that awesome? So, anyways, guys, that's what's going on. Appreciate you. On the spiritual side of things, I've been working through the book of Daniel. Today was Daniel chapter 12. And, guys, I can't encourage you more. Daniel is such a wonderful, wonderful man of God. What a great book to read through chapter by chapter and just note the things that Daniel does and the things that Daniel prioritizes in his life. What a tremendous example of God. So if you're ever thinking about, I'm not really sure what to read today, or, you can go to the book of Daniel and you'll find great encouragement because he was a man who put God first and God blessed his life. Was it trouble-free? No, not at all. He had a lot of trouble. He had a lot of difficulty, but he trusted God and God blessed him. So, anyways, that's what I've been working through, and maybe I'll do a separate video on some of the highlights of Daniel, but yeah. All right, guys, have a wonderful Friday, wonderful weekend. Looking forward to the race on Sunday. We will talk to you soon.